Hello, everybody. Hey, you've been sticking with us for like 6 weeks now, doing Mindful Mondays. Kurt calls it something different, just so everybody knows. He calls it like something to do with mad or something, but I'm like, it's called Mindful Mondays.
I want to know what Kurt calls it.
It's because he doesn't remember.
Manic Monday.
Yes, he calls it Manic Mondays, and I'm like, I love that song. That's a great song. That is not what this is. Although it's for people who do feel manic on their Mondays. So it's perfect. So thank you guys for always tuning in, for watching this new project that we're having a lot of fun doing.
We are, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And today we come to you with our cabaret mics.
Yes.
So you never know. At any moment we could break into song. It could happen.
Oh,
Give me some Liza with the Z. Any of those great.
That's because you have a beautiful voice, and I'm really
You
scared.
are also a trained.
I am,
Yes.
but I'm really not fond of singing in front of people because I get very stage frighty.
And then she became friends with me.
Well, that's all right. Yeah.
And life will just change because that's how I like to do things.
Yeah.
But welcome back to another Mindful Monday. And we wanted to give you, we have been going through the tools for your coping toolbox.
Yep.
Very helpful. I share with my brother every Monday, and I've had to use these tools.
I know. He would text me in the morning and go, I really had to use my tools today. I hear you, my friend. I hear you.
And they work.
They do.
They work really well, and they need to work, because sometimes we all have those days.
Absolutely.
Sometimes we have those weeks, and you have to find that center, that. And so I wanted to take this moment, because that's not all we talk about here, but this moment I want to take the show and I want to just remind people what we've taught you. I think we promised you 8 or 9, but what I realized when we were doing editing is that we are good at combining. So, which is great, because sometimes you get, a little more than one tool in there. But I do want to review for people the things that you have taught us. You've named them, you've given them, these great ways for you to access these. And I really hope that it's helping each of you. So, what have you taught us in the last week? I will say the first thing you taught us, very first show, gratitude ABCs.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do a very brief, hey, this is what we're doing, and go back and watch, but gratitude ABCs. What is that?
Basically, it's a way to center yourself by everything's chaotic. You focus just on that. What's something you're grateful for that begins with the letter A? My oldest child for me. My oldest child and their partner, because both of their names start with A.
Oh, nice.
And what are you grateful for? It's a B. Well, it's my youngest child. And you go through, and then you just kind of take a moment and then it gets kind of challenging. Well, what am I going to make Z or X? We used to do that. And it's it can be a lot of fun. But it's something easy that you can do either on your way to work, if you're stressed out, whatever works. And I do it often, and it helps me sleep sometimes too. It gives me something to focus on while I'm sleeping.
Calms. It's a calming mechanism, bringing the mind back. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? Also, my ex is Xena Warrior Princess. That was years and years ago, but I always loved that show. So that's my X, the X factor when you're going through.
Yes.
But so helpful to do that. So there's one of the tools you were taught. Do your gratitude ABCs. Decide what you're thankful for with each, and you will find yourself calming down with each new. It just changes your mindset, which is great, which is what this coping toolbox is all about. Then you also told us about building your happy place, imagining.
Yeah, whether you have one that you've been to or want to go to.
Yeah.
And, back in the day, as a kid, I was always told I daydreamed too much. Well, daydreaming got me to this point right here, so I'm not going to diss that. So, but having a place where your mind is calm, it can be something very simple. It might be your bedroom. It might be, I spoke of a place in the middle of the state that I used to go to that, anywhere there's water, I'm happy. Or create it,
Yeah.
I love the idea of being on a beach, a nice, warm, not a whole lot of people beach.
Oh, those are the better beaches, yeah.
Absolutely. And being able to just kind of lose yourself for a little bit. Give yourself some time. Your imagination should always be flexed. it will not only help you with your mindfulness, but it will help you in your work too, because then you'll start thinking outside the box. Your boss will think you're amazing, and you'll get a promotion.
Which is always helpful, and promotion means more money. I have a friend, I've known him since he was 17. His name is Will, and he is the best daydreamer I've ever met. So it always helped him. But my favorite story about Will is he would be on the phone, taking a walk. He liked to take walks and daydream about, professional daydreamer. And we would be on the phone. He'd be talking to me. He'd be talking about his dreams, and then he would walk into a tree. And that always, to Will, because I know you'll watch this, it was my favorite thing. Because all of a sudden, you just hear leaves, and then he'd pick it up. Sorry, I walked into a tree. That's when your focus is right there. So it's perfect. That. You also taught us this one is very good. It helps me a lot. It's the power of breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. When you can focus on the breathing, you can focus on a lot. And I mentioned a friend of mine who, when I would be like crazy crackers cuckoo at work, he would be like, breathe. And he walked me through it. And when you focus on your breath and letting it in and letting it out slowly, you lower your heart rate. You physically just start to calm down. If you watch somebody who's in a panic attack and there's like first responders there, the first thing they'll do is distract them and start with the breathing. And you can do that just, if you have a friend who knows when you're starting up the ladder of anxiety, they can even just talk to you and lower their voice. Breathe slower. It's very soothing. Just talk it through. I've done that for lots of people and for my clients. And sometimes people have to do it for me. So
I will say that's what I do when my brain at night won't shut off, and it didn't work last night. That's why you need a whole toolbox. I'm just saying. Also, connect to your senses.
Yes.
Be aware of those 5 senses.
Yeah. One of the things, that's a really super easy one you can do when you wake up. You can do it in your office or wherever you work. How does your body feel in the chair that you're sitting right now with your feet on the floor?
Right.
What do you smell? My room has to smell like lavender every day.
Yeah, it needs to be a nice, just a nice smell.
Yeah.
Very helpful. And remember, we also taught you there's many ways to journal. So when someone says journal, don't run for the hills.
Yeah, exactly.
There are many ways that is calming to your mind that you can use. It doesn't always mean sit down and write. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And my journal is my bitch place. If somebody's made me mad.
Thank you.
And, I'm like, I got to say this. So,
yeah. And it's that place where you have to remind yourself that you're not writing. This is not something you're going to let out as a book. So you can just be authentic.
No.
You can cuss and scream. It's okay. Yeah. And finally, we taught people, this is my favorite one. We taught people that laughter is a powerful tool.
Without a doubt.
It changes your whole
It does. And it releases
mood and
dopamine
mindset.
In your brain.
Yeah.
Laughter is extremely powerful, and don't ever fault somebody for laughing in a difficult moment. Because,
exactly.
When it's, don't do that, because that's how you get through it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And listen, I had the worst day. Well, I've had the worst couple weeks ever. Walking in here right away, we laugh, we tease, changes everything. Because, I don't know, if you've met me, I can be a raging bitch. But when I'm laughing, it changes. I'm still a raging bitch, I'm just nicer.
I've never really seen you as a full-on raging bitch, and you've never seen me as a full-on raging bitch.
And Kurt isn't allowed to say anything about this.
Kurt puts up with you.
So he does. He does. Oh, Kurter. You guys don't have to see what we see. It's not worth it. So remember, the whole point of these Monday videos is to talk about coping skills that help us. It's to talk about those gremlins in your mind and how can you wrangle them and calm them. And remember, Holly is a licensed mental health professional, so it's not like we're just grabbing shit from the air. No. I am.
No.
But these are things you can use. So I encourage you to keep watching these videos. We encourage you to comment, to send us anything. But I love helping people. And proof in the pudding. These are things we practice ourselves. So.
Absolutely. I am very much of practice what you preach. So if I tell you that it works, it's because I've tried it.
Exactly. So remember, keep tuning in. We do these every Monday, which is crazy because that's in the title of the show. Every Monday it goes out. I'm glad people are getting something from it. We hope even more and more people. So
Yeah, absolutely.
hey, everybody, keep tuning in. We got more to teach you. So until next Monday, we'll see ya.
Bye.